I've got 80 bucks. I'm at the thrift store. Let's see if we can turn it into 500 in one day. It's pretty busy at the store today and the furniture selection isn't great, but luckily on the Carrot Marketplace app, I find this Ethan Allen dresser for $100 and I negotiate the price down to $75. There's a bunch of small dings and scratches, but because it's an Ethan Allen, it has potential to be my biggest flip ever. Alright, I just got back with the dresser, so the plan here is we're going to completely restore it. First we have to remove the old finish, then we can repair some of the damage, and then we can restain it with a dark walnut stain. Let's get started. First things first is to take out all the drawers and take off the handles. Now let's remove the old finish. I apply a chemical stripper with a brush, and after about 15 minutes, I scrape and scrub it off. And once we have most of the old finish removed, let's get started sanding. I start with a 120 grit sandpaper to remove any of the scratches and nicks. Then I work my way up to a 220 grit to smooth everything out. I use my circular sander on the flat surfaces, and then I use my smaller sander on the more detailed parts of the dresser. Make sure to completely remove the old finish, otherwise your stain will not absorb properly. Once we have everything sanded down, I use some stainable wood filler to fill in some of the chips. And after about 15 minutes, I sand it smooth. After everything's all sanded, let's give the dresser a good wipe down with some mineral spirits to get off all the dust. While we let everything dry, let's start working on cleaning up the old handles. And if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to follow, it helps a ton. Thanks. First, I boil the hardware in water and vinegar for about 15 minutes. Then I sprinkle on some Barkeeper's Friend and scrub to remove the grime. Now it's time for my favorite part of any flip. I evenly apply a dark walnut gel stain to every surface of the dresser. And after about 10 minutes, I wipe off the excess. Staining can be super satisfying, but it can also be very frustrating if you do it wrong. So work in small sections and make sure to apply an even layer and apply it in the direction of the grain. While we let the stain dry, let's start adding the handles back on the drawers and touching up the wood filler. The stain did a pretty good job on the wood filler, but I think we can make it blend even better with some wax filler sticks and some touch-up marker. And once the stain is fully dry, I apply a wipe-on polyurethane to help the color pop and protect it from water damage. Just a reminder, this is what the dresser looked like before and then after. The new stain has really brought this dresser back to life. I'm listing it on the Carrot Marketplace app, and since it's an Ethan Allen, I think I'll be able to find a buyer for $650. Follow and like this video so you don't miss next week's flip.